First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read.
Why? You don't work here anymore. Why would an ex-employee be training me through the phone, no less, instead of an active employee?
I don't think you fully understood what Phone Guy said. He said that he is finishing his last week on the shift. You are working right now, meaning he is still clearly employed at the time of recording.
And if they're allowed to roam free, what the f*** do you need a night guard for? What's a thief or a murderer gonna do to them?
Thief? Well, steal them, of course. I mean, there's definitely a way to disable them somehow so that they can be transported, and thieves do get pretty creative when it comes to stealing something valuable, like a child soul-possessed animatronic. Also, a night guard should also prevent vandalism, and I'm sure that someone can break in and damage the animatronics.
They'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with crossbeams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area.
Okay, phone guy. Can I call you phone guy? Okay, phone guy? Why are you so f***ing nonchalant about that? And more importantly, how do you know that's what they would do to me?
It's called experience, my friend.
So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort.
Oh yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So this will be a recurring problem. Why do you sometimes simply sin stuff that you A, agree with, or B, have no problem with? That's like if I sinned your outro just because I like the song you use.
$100.50 a week? There better be less of these fuckers than last time for me to even consider this!
I understand that this sin is about the wage, so I won't sin it, but there's a lack of logic behind the reasoning. See, you as Jeremy would have no idea that this is less money than the last time, since this is happening before that.
Hello? Hello?
Wait, that's the same guy from the last game. Isn't this game a prequel?
I don't know what you're trying to say here. So if it's the same guy that died in the previous game, why should he not be in the prequel? It would be weirder if this was a sequel and the dead guy was talking from beyond the grave.
Never mind that, how long has this guy been working for this company? Because clearly he's more than just a night guard if he's leaving recordings for someone in another restaurant.
Okay, and now you've lost me. So you are sinning it because you have a question that has not been answered.
Well, I think that's it. You should be golden.
Get it? Cause Golden Freddy?
So now we are just sinning puns?
I think the employees refer to them as just the Mangle.
So you have engineers, but it was your employees who tried to put Mangle back together?
So you're suggesting that engineers cannot be employees?
And there's no way I couldn't have known that because it would have been all over the news!
I don't know about that. There are some people that do not keep up with what's happening and only check the news like once a week, so...
Hey, glad you came back for another night.
What do you mean another night? This is night 1.
Yes, it is night 1 in the game, but it doesn't mean this is the first night on your job. You could have been working in here for like a couple days already, and it is only now that you were given the position of the night guard.
I know this is all happening in this kid's head and that the nightmare animatronics aren't real, but how does him closing the closet make his mind think that Nightmare Foxy's gonna back off? In that case, why doesn't he confront the other nightmare animatronics too? What are they gonna do? They're afraid to come near him if he so much as peeks outside his door.
A child's mind doesn't always have to make sense or follow rules, you know?
Oh, what's in the box?
So you're sinning this. Why exactly?
Please enter your name as seen above the keypad. This cannot be changed later. It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. One moment. Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
How could that possibly be what I was trying to type when there's no B in Mike, Michael, or your keypad?
How should the handy unit know that your name is Mike or Michael? I get your sin for the missing B though, so no sin for you, I guess?
Various other systems may be offline as well, such as security doors, vent locks, and oxygen.
Why will there be no oxygen?
Commencing system
Why does this
restart.
underground facility not natively have oxygen? Is it pressurized? Why would it be pressurized? How deep underground are we?
Well, what if it is pressurized? I mean, you go very deep down by the elevator at the start of every shift, so I imagine that you're very deep underground.
How are we holding this back? The only conceivable way for us to do that would be to put our fingers through those holes in the metal screen, and I'm positive the Biddy Bob would have used that to their advantage.
Welcome to physics class. So basically a force exists called friction, and if the pushing strength of your hand is strong enough to push the door but also not strong enough to beat friction, you're able to push the door with your hand being simply stuck on it. So, assuming the material is rough enough, which, looking at the texture, is very probable, you can hold the door back without using a handle or sticking your fingers through the holes. Also it's pronounced biddy-bab, not biddy-bob.
I will deactivate myself momentarily, as to not create an auditory disturbance. Deactivating.
Won't she have heard what you were saying? Do you only play audio depending on the room I'm in? How do you know what room I'm in?
The hand unit is a handheld device, a personal assistant. It plays the audio to you, not the entire building, since you hold it in your hand. That's what handheld means.
It's worth mentioning that due to your lackluster performance yesterday, your pay has been decreased by a substantial amount.
I'm getting
Please
paid?
enjoy the rest of
By
your
who?
descent.
Who's my contractor? I thought it was Michael Afton down here to look for my sister.
That would be correct, but I doubt anyone would just let you roam their facility, especially this kind, so you're indeed employed by whoever owns Circus Baby's entertainment and rental.
Your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform. It became necessary for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. However, they were unsuccessful. Allowing them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow 6 to 8 weeks for recovery and physical therapy.
So that
You will
responsibility
need to
falls
reach
on
the parts
me
and
for
service
some
room
reason?
on the other side of
Would I
Funtime
not require that
Auditorium
amount of
to
time?
perform
The hand unit is talking about not giving the technicians any time for recovery or physical therapy. Right now, they do not have anyone to do it, so it falls on you as you are not yet injured.
Please refrain from entering unauthorized areas.
Or what?
Proceed directly
I've been
to
here
Funtime
2 nights and I haven't
Auditorium.
been able to trust you once! What are you gonna do, reduce my pay that I didn't even know I was getting again? Sick the animatronics on me? You don't even know when they are or aren't on stage!
And why should he know that? That's your job.
You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket, the cost of which will be taken out of your next paycheck.
Cool, so not
These
only am I
gift
getting
baskets
paid, but
containing
the
fruit,
company's
nuts,
using my money to
flowers, and of
quote-unquote
course,
buy
the
me stuff.
ever-popular cash basket.
Sounds just like my last
Using
MCN.
the keypad below.
Got him.
Using the keypad below, please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will autocorrect it for you. Thank you for selecting Exotic Butters.
Never mind the fact that I couldn't have possibly typed that because there's no B on your keypad. I didn't even know that was an option.
And? Are you sitting the fact that hand unit didn't mention all the options you had? Why? What if there are like hundreds of options?
Also, what
Please be
exactly
aware
makes
that
them
there are still 2
exotic?
technicians on site today.
What is it, like using
Try to
milk from an
avoid
endangered
interfering
Bermudan cow or
with their
something?
work if possible.
According to the internet, exotic butter is a type of body butter, but besides that, these could simply be butters made from the milk of an animal living in the exotic lands. Also, why are you sitting a game simply because it didn't answer your question?
Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
Why can't you do that yourself? Am I the only person you talk to?
They probably don't need a handheld assistant at their profession.
Is that fucking Rick Astley?
Yes, it is. And I think that Scott is extremely based for this. This shouldn't be sinned. It deserves a sin off instead.
The real ending ends with me getting my innard scooped out and replaced by Ennard. Is that what you wanted, you fuckboy voice? Huh?
In the real ending, you also replace the hand unit by baby, meaning the hand unit is not responsible for that. You're even told that you shouldn't be in the scooping room. Hand unit cannot know what would have happened if you hadn't come here.
As cool as these cutscenes are, having to unlock them one by one by playing the very hard modes is exhausting. Similarly, this cutscene is great too, but fuck man, you have to beat Golden Freddy mode, meaning all animatronics on the highest setting. That's just cool, dude.
That's what challenges are for! Do you want an optional piece of lore? You gotta work for it. That's like complaining in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 that you have to beat all 5 nights to get a paycheck.
Comrade, you just posted cringe.